Well, I suppose it all maps back to all of the discourse that was very, very prevalent right up until the election about misinformation, disinformation, malinformation, right? Is those people who were the gatekeepers, the ones who were deciding what was the good stuff, was really just them saying, could you stay away from challenging the tenets of what it is that we hold to be true, our shibboleths? And whilst this is at a much smaller scale, this is individuals, it's kind of similar where they're gatekeeping their own information, their own operating systems, and they're saying, don't come and challenge that. I'm not going to give you the opportunity to do it. They just don't have the bureaucracy to be able to do it, so they just say no instead. Warren, what advice would you give to someone who's either, I don't know, fully bought into a worldview or say a theory, a philosophy, or B, struggling to get on board with what they're being told? So they're in an institution and they feel like they're being told something that's a bit of a half truth and they're having to go along with it. Or, as we talked about, there are various cultural narratives, media narratives that are being peddled, and they find themselves part of groups that are going along with it, but they're unsure. How would you tell people to respond in those situations? What should they do to
Well, it
find a way
goes
to
to
push
the
back?
voluntarily enter the unknown, which is voluntarily allow yourself to be challenged. So sit down. In that case, sit down off camera and do it, or do it off of camera. Don't record it, but have the conversation. Don't stifle the conversation or shy away. But I really believe that, because that is how you're going to get to the point of recognizing, because nothing will improve your life more than living in accordance with the laws of reality and using that, playing the game, because you're in the game. There's nothing we can do about that. That's playing the game by voluntarily challenging, because I don't know what, I'm stumbling through this just like everyone, but the only way to do it is to stumble through it. Pick it apart, challenge it, try it. And the only way to do that, that's the voluntarily entering the unknown. The debate, thinking about it, allowing yourself to question, to listen, break down the story so you can rebuild it more accurately. It's amazing how many people won't even do that. I do think that all echoes into voluntarily entering the unknown. It's just easier not to. It's easier not. And if you watch that Jordan Peterson sit down, that was I think that was really the core theme. That's why the school didn't want, it was easy for the school to get rid of me. We had an opportunity to I was teaching video production. We had an opportunity to do something great, but it wasn't in there. Pierce Morgan asked me to come on, and I decided not to ask for permission. He made the great observation. He's like, they would have said no because there was nothing in their interest. So many people in their life just don't give themselves the permission. So give yourself the permission would be my answer. Voluntarily into the unknown.